Max McGrath, our main man, is chilling up on his roof. He's sketching like he's the next Picasso, but there is a bit of a melancholy vibe as he gazes at that factory looming in the distance across the river. His mom, Moll, wants to make the place their forever home. She's all about settling down for good, promising no more moving madness, and Max, being the wisecracking dude he is, jokes about it being their upteenth fresh start. He digs through boxes, he stumbles upon an old family photo, bringing back memories of his dad, who is no more. His mom confirms his heart-wrenching truth. Yeah, Dad passed away at that factory nearby. Suddenly, there's a surge of power, messing with the lights and TV. Mom steps out, leaving Max to discover he's got some funky energy vibes going on with his hands, like he's been hit with a bolt of lightning. The next day, Max is cruising to school on his bike, feeling the wind in his hair, when he spots this rundown tech building. Curiosity peaks, but oh snap, Mom's texting, and just like that, Max's powers decide it's time to play, cutting off his phone mid-reply. Classic Max luck. He brushes it off, pedaling on until, whoa, close call with a pickup truck. Dude hits the ground, head smacks pavement, and here comes the knight in shining armor. Max's mom swoops in, checking on him after his bike stunt, and Max, being the king of wisecracks, jokes about it being an annual tradition. The next day, Max spots a newspaper snippet about dedicating the science hall to his old man, Jim McGrath. Emotions well up as Max clenches his fists, unknowingly sparking something electric. Meanwhile, over at Tech, things are getting sci-fi as mysterious subject starts glowing in a water pool. Scientists go into full-on investigation mode and boom, water erupts, forming a crystallized web around like a robot-like drone named Steel. The scientists at Tech totally freak out when they realize there's been a breach in the containment chamber. They call in a bunch of heavily armed guys to come in and handle the situation, but it's too late. The containment chamber's already been busted open, and that robot is out and about, causing chaos everywhere it goes. As Max heads back upstairs, he catches a snippet of his mom and Miles chatting at the dining table. Molly, Max is still just a kid. He ain't ready to hear all this. Fueled by curiosity and determination, he dives headfirst into uncovering the truth about his dad's death. He's glued to his computer, watching videos online, then bam, the screen goes black. He gets frustrated, but Max tries to reboot, only to have his hands start glowing with this mysterious blue energy. He tries to smother it with a pillow, but no, guess what? Max discovers he can control it. He flicks it on and off like a light switch, realizing he's got some serious superpowers on his hands. The next day, Max is out in the woods, playing superhero, experimenting with his newfound abilities. He's like a kid in a candy store, until he accidentally sets something on fire with a burst of too much energy. Back at home, Max, determined to get to the bottom of his newfound abilities, hits the books on his laptop and sporting rubber gloves to avoid another electrical mishap. But just when he's about to crack the code, he decides to confront his mom about his dad's mysterious past. Little do they know, there's an unknown entity lurking outside, tracking Max's every move and detecting his energy. Fast forward to the meeting between Max and Sophia back at school. As they chat, sparks fly. Not just from Max's powers, but from the growing connection between him and Sophia. But hold on to your seats because Sophia's got a bombshell of her own. She knows Max's secrets. However, she reveals that she just wants to show him around town. Max is chilling with Sophia at a restaurant when she asks for his number. His powers decide to go haywire, leaving him in a panic. Max starts screaming in pain, and bolts of electricity start shooting out of him like fireworks. The next day, he wakes up relieved to see his powers have calmed down. But there's burnt holes in his sleeves and shirt, and wounds across his chest. Max encounters a flying, talking drone-like object named Steel, who claims to be there to protect him. Max hides Steel from his mom, who's snooping around as the two dive into some serious bonding time in the woods. But just when they think they're safe, a black SUV full of armed men shows up, sending Max and Steel on the run. Fast forward to school, and Max is trying to keep Steel under wraps, but the guy just can't keep quiet. But Max got bigger fish to fry when he bumps into Sophia, who's curious as to why he bailed on their date, and he cooks up a headache excuse. Max and Steel hit up an abandoned tech building, where Steel drops some serious knowledge bombs about their powers. Max is learning to harness his speed and strength like a pro, while Steel's schooling him on battle strategy. Max gets suited up in some turbo armor, ready to take on the world. Then Max is suddenly hit with a wave of memories from Steel. He sees his dad in some of them and learns the horrifying truth. That tornado that killed him wasn't a natural disaster, it was the Ultralinks. Max, being the brave soul he is, decides to confront Miles about it. However, he nearly collides with Sophia's truck on the way there, but Sophia blocks his escape route. Ready to get some answers, Max, thinking on his feet, convinces Sophia to drive them to Entech, claiming he's lost. During the drive, he spills his heart out to Sophia, opening up about his dad's death and the struggles of moving back to town. They bond even further, and he even scores a hangout invite. They finally arrive at Entech, and Max is ready to get some answers from Miles. But Miles ain't spilling the beans that easily. He reveals Max's dad was working on some energy device to save humanity. Max senses another surge of energy and bolts out of there, leaving poor Sophia behind. As he races home, a massive storm brews, and Max is convinced it's the Ultralinks. He tries to take cover near some railway tracks when he hears a woman in distress. Being the hero he is, he uses his energy to help restart her car, leaving him exposed to the storm. But oh no, he's not out of the woods just yet. Shrapnel pierces his leg, and as he seeks shelter in a garage, only for the building to get blown away. And just when he thinks things couldn't get any worse, he comes face to face with a red-eyed Ultralink, the very same thing that killed his dad. They merge to form that epic armor, ready to take down the enemy. Max gets a glimpse into Steel's memory and discovers a shocking betrayal. Despite Steel's defense, Max ain't buying it. He heads off alone, only to find his home surrounded by armored men. Max grabs Sophia's phone, truck, and some rubber gloves to insulate his hands. Meanwhile, Miles drops a bombshell, revealing everything he knows about the Ultralinks and their shady business. And just when things couldn't get any crazier, Sophia calls Max's mom, Molly, who's safe at home, thank goodness. Meanwhile, inside the abandoned facility, Max discovers Steel's been shut out. Cue the flashback. Max gets a glimpse into the night of his dad's death, and it's a shocker. Turns out Jim McGrath was an alien fighting off the Ultralinks, and just when Max thinks he's seen it all, he comes face to face with a red armor-clad Miles. The two go toe-to-toe, but Max is no match for Miles in his fancy suit. Miles threatens to drain Max's energy, and the poor guy has no choice but to enter the core. But Steel wakes up just in time to lend a hand. Bound to the power generator, Max is ready to take on Miles once and for all, but things take a turn for the worst when Miles absorbs Steel's energy. The armored men came charging in, guns blazing, trying to protect Max from Miles, but they're no match for Miles, who pins them on a wall with ease. He channels all his energy into Miles, overwhelming him and causing him to explode, and just like that, they win the battle. Later, Max and Steel wake up, tired but victorious, and guess what? Molly's alive and kicking, ready to spill the beans. Turns out the Ultralinks were after Max all along, and Molly's been on the run to protect him. Molly hands over a pendant to Max, teasing him with the promise of secrets to come. Talk about a mystery. Steel works his magic using the pendant to light up a star map left by Max's dad. Max, eager to make amends with Molly, apologizes for his weird behavior and gives her a hand-drawn picture. Molly's touched by the gesture and seals it with a passionate kiss. And just when you think things couldn't get any cooler, Max and Steel take to the skies in their epic armor. And that, our friends, is how Max Steel 2024 comes to a thrilling close. So, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Which movie should we pick up next? Do let us know in the comments below.